Embedding objects within Excel files can be a very useful way to keep relevant additional data in your workbooks. The most common use of embedded objects that we see is when a PDF is embedded as an icon. It means that the PDF file can travel with the workbook and be easily accessed where it is referenced. In this video, we're going to show you how to compress embedded objects in Excel. We'll show you how to extract the embedded object, compress it, and then reinsert a smaller version to reduce the size of your file. Let's get started. So here's one of my Excel files, and you can see that it's starting to get pretty large. Now I've opened the file up in 7-zip, and you can see that embeddings make up most of the file size. If you haven't already seen it, I suggest watching the first video in this series, Why is my Excel file big? It shows you how to safely open a file to see what's driving up the file size. There's a link to it in the description below. If we switch back to Windows Explorer, I'm going to work on a copy of my file, and that's just so that we can see the file size differences at the end. So let's open the file. If the embedded objects are embedded as icons, they should be pretty easy to spot. But to make sure that we find all of them in this workbook, we are going to use the selection pane. So we go to the Home tab, and then Editing, Find and Select, and then use the selection pane option. And this opens the panel to the right hand side here. And when enabled, the selection pane shows you all the objects in the current worksheet. So we can see in this worksheet there are 4 embedded objects. Please make sure that you check each sheet in turn, and you also watch out for hidden objects too. Now let's find the embedded objects in this worksheet. There they are. It looks like they're supporting documents for each of the rows in the spreadsheet. So now we're going to reduce them in size. First, we're going to open the file and resave it using the default PDF app. Mine is Acrobat Pro. So now I need to save a copy in my working folder. I'm going to give it the same file name so we don't get confused, and just hit save. And you can see that the PDF is in the working folder is around 14.5 megabytes in size, so it's pretty big. Now, in order to reduce the PDF in size, I'm going to use a file compressor app. I like to use NXPowerLite Desktop because it gives you great reductions in file sizes without any noticeable change to the quality of the file. There's a link to download it in the description below, and it's free for 14 days. So let's open the app. And all we need to do is drag our PDF onto the app. And then down here, I can actually replace the original so that we don't end up with copies of files. So if I just hit optimize, it looks like it was worth the short wait, as there's a huge reduction in file size here. Now we can switch back to our Excel file. Now we need to delete the original embedded PDF and insert a compressed version that we just created. Just hit the delete key on your keyboard, and that will delete the selected file. Now we need to insert our compressed file. So if we go to Insert, in the text section, we're looking for Object. Now this gives you 2 options, either create an embedded object from a new file or create from an existing file. So we're going to choose our existing file. And then we hit Insert. We need to check the Display as Icon checkbox. That makes it the same as what it was before. And we hit OK. And now you can see your smaller compressed embedded object. If we hit Save, and then go back to Windows Explorer, and now you can see that the copy of the file has been reduced to around 15 megabytes in size, which is a great reduction in size. We would need to repeat that process for the other 3 embedded objects in the worksheet. If you do have other worksheets, you need to repeat that process with them. We've shown you how to find each embedded object in your workbook, and then given you a process to extract the embedded PDFs, compress them, and reinsert them. And that has resulted in a huge file size reduction. I hope you found this video useful. We'd love to hear your ideas and feedback, so please put those in the comments below. That's all for now, and I'll see you on the next video.